Hello, welcome to a Celtic World podcast for Celtic support throughout the world. We're on YouTube, Spotify. You can find us on Twitter too. Um, so, for wherever you are in the Celtic world, from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, from Washington to Wilmington, you're all part of the Celtic world. Tonight, we got, as Gavin so beautifully called it, a symposium of Sean's to discuss the weekend's events and the start to the Celtic season. So, um,
This is like that Spider-Man meme. They're all pointing at each other.
Exactly.
I know
Yeah.
we had the picture in South Bend with, I think we had a couple other Sean's in that. Sean from
We had
Cleveland.
like 9
Sean from
Sean's.
Columbus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We all spell it the right way. So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, Sean, actually, Gav put up a little thing for us for Sean in North America. So, just the meaning of the name. And I know about you guys, I have a bunch of friends around here, Sean too, but almost none of them spell it correctly. So I always bust their balls for it. But
Sean Cassidy, nice.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think of the first weekend? Flag Day, it's always a good start to the season. When you're lifting the flag. And then for, and I was talking with you guys beforehand, or Sean, then having a Sunday 11:30 a.m. kickoff for Flag Day is just like the formula for ultimate success for American CSCs. And from the pictures I saw, you guys had awesome turnouts. How do you guys think it went? Like,
you can go.
Sean, you want to take?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go first.
Sean,
yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. We had a phenomenal crowd. Everybody was super jazzed to be back at Cork Harbor, watching Celtic. Yeah, I mean, we had, some new people. We had some people we haven't seen for a little bit. Everybody really made it out. And again, having that kind of almost midday, late morning kickoff on a Sunday was great. Super excited about, the continued growth that we have, and really excited to hopefully keep building on that.
Yeah, I can definitely echo the same sentiments here. Like when I try to recruit people, obviously I start with people who either have like Irish ties or Scottish ties, or definitely if they have ties to soccer. And like I'll meet an Arsenal fan and they'll be like, "What time's the match?" I'm like, 7:30. Sorry. Like we don't get the good times like you guys. Like we get relegated to the earlier slots because of you guys. I wish all of our games were at 11:30. Yeah, we had so many new people, and like Sean, you guys in Pittsburgh are really like our guiding light. The way you guys do things is so right, and like your growth is so impressive. Only 6 years in, um, it's great. It's great. I'm looking forward to this weekend because 7:30 is like real Celtic head hour. Like if you guys can get big crowds, and I don't know if it's the density or just you just met the right people, but it's so hard for most CSCs to get more than 10 people at 7:30 in the morning unless it's a derby. So,
yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I'm always shocked by how many people come out for 7:30.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, even like the Plow being around whatever 10, 12 years, they would struggle to get 10 guys for 7:30.
Chicago does too. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's not. Yeah, so I mean, more credit to you if you can pull it off. But that's what you said.
Yeah.
It is the Celtic heads at that hour. It's the diehards and maybe a little bit older crowd than we're used to. Like you guys, Sean, Kelly, you guys have a younger group, so maybe that is harder to get that.
We've probably got the youngest CSC in America. The only CSC I've ever been around this young is downtown Toronto. It's so many kids on J1s from Scotland and Ireland, and it's like real rebel tunes, flares. It's a different vibe. I like it. It's exciting. I'm going to Toronto in September. But yeah, we have such a different vibe to ours. That's why I'm trying to keep it growing, keep keep stoking the fire. I wish we had more people in their 40s, 50s, 60s who like know about Celtic. Everyone is like fresh. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, but I also think that that's really honestly kind of a good thing for like sustained growth. Um,
Sure. Yeah.
I think that, you know, I talked to like, I don't know, like Stevie from Fenian Boys, or, you
Hmm.
know, Jim and Karen or whatever. And I mean, obviously they're expats, but they always really, you know, emphasize the fact that it's really important to get, you know, American members of the CSCs,
Hmm.
to because, you know, I think, you know, even coming over, even if you're a younger person from, you know, Glasgow that grew up with Celtic and everything like that, it's not to say that you like take it for granted, but you know, you're kind of just used to it. It's like it's ingrained in your just existence from a young age.
Hmm.
And you know, getting a lot of the people, you know, speaking personally from our club, that, you know, have either didn't even know who Celtic were,
Yep.
uh, didn't watch, you know, football, didn't really, you know, have any kind of desire to. Some people that weren't even like that too big into like sports in general.
Wow.
Um, uh, you know, on board, and because it's not just about watching a match
Hmm.
and supporting a sports team. It's, you know, Celtic offers so much more, and I think that that is what, you know, you guys in Detroit have really emphasized,
Well, I
and what we,
appreciate
you
it.
know, what we try to
Yeah.
emphasize as well. And I think that, you know, that's what really draws a lot of people in that aren't necessarily, you know, long time Celtic fans or even, you know, football fans. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Both you guys have done amazing. I always try to tell you guys that, because like it is good to see like the new clubs and see them do well, as you
yeah,
guys have.
absolutely. Yeah, and there's
Um,
a, you know, there's even, you know, that Long Island just got a new CSC
Yeah.
yeah, I was going to
together.
mention them later.
I think, I mean, there's kind of like smaller little things, like I think somebody in Vermont is trying to do something, and
Hmm.
I don't know,
Someone in
there's probably other
Colorado
ones.
is. I
Yeah.
got some DMs from Colorado. Yeah. It's
Oh
Hmm.
tough.
yeah.
I mean, further west you go, that's why,
Hmm.
like, God love you if you live in LA or San Francisco or friends in Portland, Oregon. Like, that's different. You're talking like
That was,
4 a.m.
yeah,
It's tough.
right. That's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on to the match. Um, First, we had Paul McStay come in and bringing the
Hmm.
trophy in, and you know, like he's a kind of a guy before my time as a Celtic fan, but like he watched videos and stuff like that over the
Yeah.
years. So, like,
Oh yeah.
cool to see him come back, because I don't remember him being back in a long time. So like, I thought that was a cool way to kind of get it all kicked off at Celtic Park that day. Um,
Yeah. When they announced him, I was really happy because he's
Me too.
definitely an icon.
yeah,
I
Celtic
think he lives
legend.
in Australia or something now.
Yep.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that explains it. Because I wonder
yeah.
why we
Yeah.
never see him around the club. I know he has
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
relationship. Like, it's not like it's iced out.
Right. Right.
Mhm. Yeah. So that was cool.
Hmm.
And then every Celtics fan's favorite moment, hour and 15 minutes before the match, when you see the lineup come out. Any thoughts
Yeah.
on the? I mean, that was kind of like how I thought it was going to go. Like Negrin and Yang were
Hmm.
kind of the only question marks, I guess. I feel everybody else, I felt like, was kind of going to be slotted in there
I
into
thought
those spots.
Trusty could have
Yeah,
started
Mhm.
over
Trusty maybe
Scales. I
too.
mean,
Yeah, because
that's
Trusty
like
had a
our
good
our
preseason.
dilemma.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We have all these center
Um,
backs, but we're not sure who to put next to CCV. So,
yeah. So
Yeah, I was actually surprised that Scales got the start, only just
hmm,
from, you know, kind of preseason. But
yeah.
that being said, I thought he played well.
Yes.
I don't think he really did anything wrong. I just thought it was, you know, later on in the game, quite bizarre that they moved him over to left back
Yeah.
and brought Trusty on. Obviously, there was no other left back in the squad, but, you know,
Which we
who
will
knows
get
what?
to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, I don't think Inamura, you know, really. played terribly at left back
No.
during preseason.
No.
And as a cover, at least until if and when we get somebody in to cover KT, I just thought it was bizarre. I mean, not expecting him not to go 90 minutes is kind of head scratcher. So like, why not have an actual left back? Well, I guess Inamore is really not a left back.
Not at all, no. And
yeah,
we're plugging
yeah.
holes match day one.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely get into the transfer thing because every Celtic sport has an opinion, whether you're a happy clapper or not. And I know the three of us are not. But man, when I saw Scales not at center back, I was thinking, okay, like maybe this is Brendan trying to show the board, like, listen, this is what I'm working with. And I don't know.
It could be.
Yeah, I think bringing Scales on as a left back, if you have a lead, kind of can make sense. But
Sure,
when you're chasing a winning goal, like, he's just not that guy who's going to get forward at all to, do anything like Tierney or Taylor did in the past.
And chasing's the right word. Celtic was chasing all match. Like we have to give the plaudits. Like St. Mirren came in, they had a plan, and I kept telling new people at the Detroit CSC, I'm like, listen, Scotland's other 10 teams know how to set up and defend against the top 2 teams. They just do. I have to give them their due.
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost have to hit them early to open things up, or else then you're chasing that goal, like we were saying. I thought defensively we were solid. Like CCV and Scales, like, handled everything. I feel like they were winning every duel. And again, St. Mirren's strikers are big dudes, and that's their game plan is to lump it up to them, and then have them kind of be able to bring the rest of the team into the play, and it just wasn't happening for them. But we couldn't break them down either, which can be the issue.
Yeah, I would say that our back line, even as is pretty solid enough for most any situation.
Agreed.
I mean, KT, even though he didn't last the whole game, which I don't think anybody would expect that at this point of the season. I mean, you could just see the quality difference between how, I mean, not to take anything away from Greg Taylor, but like now you can have actually threats from both sides. I mean, some of the balls he put in for Ida, who just, I don't, we can get to him, but but like, I mean, we should have won, I would say, at least 3, if not 4-0.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And those crosses, there was an Arsenal supporter there, and I was talking to him about Tierney, and he's missing, Arsenal is Arsenal. They have everything. But he said he's one of the best crossers of the ball. He kind of wasted his peak years, if you will, with injuries and stuff like that. But like, he can cross the damn ball. And if Ida could get a hold of that, or Kenny, I don't know. I really like Kenny. Our striking, I don't know, depth is not Ida, Yamada, Kenny, Osmond. I don't know.
No, it's not good enough. I mean, Yamada is still to be seen. We got to wait and see what he actually is. I mean, I got to believe he's eventually going to be better than at least Kenny and probably Ida. But I still think I think somebody else, another guy in the door too.
I mean, I think you have to take into consideration too that Yamada is he is good to go. He can start. Like he was halfway through his season in Japan, so he's match fit. I just, it's such a bizarre situation there with what Brendan said about the 2 Japanese guys, and especially like
they weren't his guys.
I like there's a lot of I think parallels in a way to some of like American sports teams and how dysfunctional some of these like American football teams are, or even hockey teams or whatever, that when it comes to players that they bring in. But like, this is like, I don't know. Celtic's always been sort of like a head scratcher for me when it comes to like, what is that actually the like strategy?
Exactly.
You
Is
know,
it
when
just to bring in
you,
someone to make money off of? Because if it is, just say that.
well, yeah, I mean, I think that, I read stuff and I listen to different podcasts about
Hmm.
like, Dermot Desmond, who's not the owner. He's not even the
No.
majority, he's the not the majority owner. He's not like the, I think he's only like 34% or something like that. But I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
everything like over maybe a certain dollar amount has to go through him, and people defer to him. I don't, why it doesn't,
Right.
it's
He's got
so,
like veto
and I hate,
power. Yeah.
yeah, I hate to say this, but it's so Celtic, and unfortunately everybody knows what I mean when I say that. But it's such a bizarre kind of structure, and then you have Lowell coming back, and like
Hmm.
he was supposed to be like, in Nicholson. I don't know. No one ever speaks or tells anybody what's going on. It's not transparent at all. And so, but on the other hand, like in 2 weeks, in a week, tomorrow, who knows? They could be signing the next, Scotty Sinclair,
Jota.
or even,
Yeah.
yeah, Joe. Yeah, right, exactly.
Because we need a winger, at
Um,
least two. Yeah.
oh my God, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
absolutely.
mean,
My Go on, Sean.
I do think Brendan kind of a little bit laid the gauntlet down with that interview,
Hmm.
like right before the season. That like you basically got to meet my like my desire. Like I want to bring this club forward. Like if you don't want to do it, then like what am I doing here, basically? So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which
it's
is
good
fair.
for him. I mean, and he took a lot of shit when he left last time. I think this time, if he
Hmm.
did the same thing, I think more people would
Shame on
understand. I mean, they'll
us.
still probably give him
Shame on
shit,
Yeah,
us.
but yeah.
yeah,
Um,
right.
so hopefully the
Yeah,
club board, whoever, like you said, whatever the strategy is, whoever's in charge, takes that and does something about it. Like you said, we definitely need two wingers.
We need like
And
four or five
then
players, and I'm not trying
yeah,
to be
that's
crazy.
tough.
Like two wingers, a left back, and a striker, and that's like conservative. I have our depth chart right now. Yang and Forrest on one side, Maeda and Jota in January. Like my real
Hmm.
fear is Maeda getting hurt because we are gonna run him into the ground, and he will gladly run into the ground. He is one of the best servants since I've been a Celtic supporter. I'm going on 23 years. Like he will run into the ground if you ask him to. We have so much
yeah.
depth at midfield, so much depth at center back, but it's like winger and striker. I don't know, like
Yeah, they're very light.
very light.
Well, yeah. I mean, losing Jota is huge in this whole
Horrible. Yeah.
situation. And ACL January, that's probably conservative.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, and even when he comes back, is he going to be like full on Jota? Probably not. But
He hasn't
Right.
been full on Jota since he left. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I wonder. You know, I remember reading something about when they were talking about getting Maeda a new contract, and him saying
Hmm.
something about him really wanting to kind of cement his role as a striker for Celtic,
Mm.
um, because that's what he plays for Japan, and he really
Hmm.
wants to ensure that he gets picked for the World Cup
Yeah.
team, which he probably will. But I mean, but that right now he's easily our best center forward,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I
not
would
even
say, yeah.
not even
Post.
playing that.
Yeah.
So like, do you bring in? Is he the number one striker? I think he could be. Um,
I mean,
I
he
mean, he
could
could
light a
be.
fire under Ida too.
Yeah, hmm, I just don't know what to say about Ida. He looks to me like somebody who's completely just devoid of any confidence, and that
Hmm.
he's somebody that really, really, really lets that affect him. if he doesn't score, if he doesn't, I thought he was not great on Sunday. I
Yeah.
mean, the amount of times
Not at
that
all.
the ball just basically just flies off him. I mean, his
he's
you
got
know
a
feet are
poor
like
touch a lot of
concrete.
times.
Yeah,
His
I mean,
first
yeah, he
touch,
put
and that's the
himself
thing
in.
about
Go ahead, Sean.
great positions. Yeah, his
Yeah, that's
first
what I was
touch
gonna
is
say.
poor. It's his, oddly enough, his two greatest weaknesses are, and this was coming from Norwich, first touch and heading the damn ball. Like, look at his stats in
yeah,
the air when it comes to like scoring with his head. I'd rather have Kyogo with his head. Yeah, oddly enough. Kenny is great with the ball at his feet. I know he's a young Irish talent. He played at Shamrock Rovers, Dermot Desmond connection, all that. But I'm with you, Finn. Like, Ida needs confidence, and these first four games aren't just walkthroughs. And then we have
right.
Europe. He deserved the contract totally. We wouldn't have won the title 2 springs ago without him. Like, he was huge. He
Mhm.
scored a handful of goals down the backstretch of the season.
Yeah,
But now it looks almost like one of those rare bad buys by Celtic. And I hate to say that because everyone says, "Oh, are Angles and Ida good enough?" I don't know. Are they good enough to be in a Champions League group stage match? Angles is. I don't know about Ida every day, and that's where I set the Celtic standards. I say we should be pushing for Europe, not just scraping by St. Mirren. But
Mhm.
everyone's different. I know the three of us are on the same page. I say that to some Celtic sports, and they say, "Oh, you're not grateful enough." It's like, well, being an inch better than Rangers is not enough for me. That's just like not it.
No,
yeah.
and that's
Well,
Brendan too. That's
Yep.
Brendan's mindset. I think is
Yeah.
like he's not. I mean, obviously you want to be better than Rangers, but he's got loftier goals. I think for the club, and
Absolutely.
the club needs to meet that. Um,
yeah, and I think that we showed last season in the Champions League that if we have the right players
Mm-hmm.
firing on all cylinders,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you know, BR really showing his acumen as far as tactically, we can beat teams. I mean, I know that I think back, I'm like, okay, yeah, we got a pretty theoretically easy draw,
Yeah.
and we really showed up against Atalanta and Leipzig,
Yeah.
and Slovan Bratislava. I thought that's not really something to be measured by, but like the, the, after that, I thought Zagreb, Club Brugge were pretty disappointing showings.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we got through to the knockout playoff, I thought we looked fantastic against Bayern. And
Rose to the occasion.
if not for not replacing Kyogo, we probably would have had a pretty decent chance of at least going to extra time in that second game.
no, agreed.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, that was the most gutting Celtic loss. I like didn't want to talk to people after, and I've seen some bad Celtic losses. I've seen some bad Champions League losses, but that one felt like we were so close. The team was firing on all cylinders. I knew Kuhn was out the door. I thought this summer we would lose Kuhn and Maeda. I honestly, I'm so glad we didn't lose Maeda too, because we're not going to replace
Well,
Kuhn for 2 windows.
Yeah,
We're just not.
I thought Hatate too, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Hatate.
he seems a little more um, happy about being in Celtic. I don't know if
Yeah.
you can. Uh,
Yeah.
he's kind of always.
Don't speak too soon there,
Oh, I know. I won't.
Sean, because remember what happened with Jota.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I mean, things can come out of nowhere, and there's still
Right.
3 weeks left. In the
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I mean.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
as much as we need to bring people in, there's guys who are like could walk out the door at the same time and then leave us, with more holes that need
We're
to get
lucky we
filled,
have
which is
James Forrest.
frightening.
That could be said a million
Yeah.
times. James Forrest has scored huge goals since his testimonial. Like it's nuts. We are getting so much out of James Forrest, and he's never gotten the plaudits he deserved. He was always just a piece of the team. He was never as good as Hooper, as Samaras, as Bruni. Like all these teams he was on, he was never the best player. But
Mhm.
thank God
Oh,
for
he
James
he
Forrest.
changed the game. He completely changed the game on Sunday for me. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
Yang
huge.
was
and Yang was
useless.
No.
invisible. Like, and I
Yang is
felt like
so hot and cold too.
I know. I tried to talk him up, and I do think there
Me
can
too.
be a player in there, but he's so
He's
inconsistent.
not. I mean,
Like,
he's not a starter.
yeah,
He's
he's
not a
more
I
starter.
wish
like
we could
No way.
more
loan him
invisible
out.
than not
Yeah.
invisible. Yeah, like
We
he's
need him.
got
We need the
flashes of
depth.
brilliance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
maybe
apparently.
Forrest can't go 60 minutes. I would think that he can go 60 minutes, and then Yang come on for
Mhm.
30. But I
Yeah,
don't know. I'll trust in Brendan, I guess, on that. But Yang didn't do much of anything really
No.
on Sunday for me. What do you guys think of Negrin in the middle? I thought he was okay. Not great, but
Nothing crazy. No.
yeah,
Finn,
should
what
have
do
had
you
a
think?
goal at the end
yeah.
of the first half. But
Yeah.
great save, stop that.
I definitely liked his kind of effort and endeavor. Um,
Hmm.
seemed like we had a bit more balance between he and Hatate,
Yeah.
uh, and Cal can kind of do his thing a little bit more instead of constantly trying to cover for angles or
Mm-hmm.
wherever.
Yeah. We need to start thinking about a Callum McGregor replacement because I love Callum, but like when he falls off, he's gonna fall off really, really aggressively because
Yeah,
athleticism is not the key. But if he loses a step, if he gets slower, he's gonna be got in midfield.
yeah, no, agreed. I thought he was
Yeah.
really good on Sunday, but you're
Same,
right. Like,
same.
Mhm.
and
Yeah, we don't want another Scott Brown situation.
No, because
yeah, and
at the
I
end
was
it
just gonna say that.
was bad. Love him, but it was bad.
Yeah. Um, and I thought Hatate was good. I think him and Negrin are interesting together because both of them are always trying to play forward, like
Hmm.
to make like a cutting pass, which is different from last year. There was a lot more side to side, and
Hmm.
um, so and Negrin's probably just going to need, I think, more time to play with those guys too, and I think that's the same with Tierney and Maeda. Got to figure each other out a little bit more too. So like, I mean, while we struggled to, like we said, we were chasing the goal. Like maybe some of that does come down to just guys getting to know each other. I mean, it's a lot of the same players, but those are you know, key attacking positions. And like Johnston and Kuhn were such a good combination last year on the other side, and now like it's Yang and Forrest on that side. So that's going to take time, I guess, too. And obviously,
Yeah,
I mean, I got to imagine we bring in at least one winger, if not two, before the end of the window.
You have to. You have to. And Finn and I
Yeah,
were
there's
talking about we both like Jacob. What's his last name? Starts with a B. Bruken?
Briam.
Brim?
the guy
Yeah, like
Yeah,
from
from
yeah.
Go Ahead.
the Netherlands. Yeah, go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah.
And it's
Mhm.
just like I don't know. You two tell me what you think. I understand that with Celtic, we don't have the buying power of even a lot of championship clubs. Like just being honest, when it comes to the wages. The wages are the issue. It's not paying the transfer fee. But we go in and Go Ahead Eagles is like, yeah, Celtic offered us 1.2. We value him at 5. Like
Right.
why do we do I understand we're trying to make like a deal, but then it stretches, and I feel like they just look to other teams to sell players. Where I hate to even bring up Rangers on a Celtic pod, but they went and got their guy, and I think Ant-Man is an incredible buy, like for any Scottish team, us, them,
Mm,
Well, that
Aberdeen.
was his teammate.
Exactly, yeah,
But,
and
yeah.
we
yeah,
were both going for two players on the same team. It makes us look bad. They're supposed to be the skint ones, not us, you know?
Well, then, like
yeah,
even like last year, we kind of did push out like a little more money. Like probably Ito, they probably did kind of overpay for a little bit, maybe. And
We may have.
Engel, well, that's
I think
probably
so.
what he was valued at. But you're willing to, you know, meet that valuation that from wherever Augsburg was he in Germany?
Yeah.
So now to fall back, like you said, like you're like, I'll give you $1 million, and you have or 1 million euro pounds, and you have a value
Yeah.
of 5 million. Well, that's not
Yeah.
going to happen. You know that's not going to happen. Like
Rangers
so,
spent 4 million. Yeah,
right?
something appropriate.
Like if you want the
Yeah.
guy, make it happen.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that what I heard was that he has like a 2.5 million euro or pound, maybe I don't know which one
Pound,
it is,
yeah.
but buyout clause. Um,
Mm,
and he's also been hurt a lot.
sure.
So
Yeah.
I think that go ahead's just trying to get max money.
Sure.
But I mean,
Totally get that.
like it again, like if they're playing hardball and you don't think this guy's worth what they're asking, then move on.
Move on.
Is he the only winger or only forward that you have in your radar? That I mean,
Hope not.
that's why like I try not to like read and get too worked up about all these like rumors and what these
Hmm.
people, these ITK people, spout out about like, well, they did this. Is it true? Who knows? Maybe it's
Hmm.
completely false. Maybe Go Ahead is doing some sort of propaganda campaign because they want to try to get more for this guy or who knows. But uh, just sign two good wingers, sign a good
Yeah.
striker. I don't care where they're from. I don't care
No.
how much money they pay.
Nope.
I mean,
they got the money.
look all the guys. I mean, most of the guys that are still on the team from that really great window, when Ange came in,
01, I think.
uh, we're
2021. I mean,
hardly,
yeah.
yeah, we hardly spent over 5 max.
Yeah.
Maybe when we signed Jota and CCV, what was that? Maybe 6.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like Maeda, Hyogo, uh, who else
Hatate
is
was that window?
Hatate? Yeah, I mean those
Yeah.
guys. Just like it's all about like finding the right people that are good players. They don't have to cost 20 million
No.
pounds.
No.
Just get good players in. And I think people get way too hung up on like, oh, this guy has this much money, so he's really good. Well, I mean, we've all seen that
Yeah.
doesn't. I would say
Yeah,
it's
like
50-50.
you
Well,
bring in
especially
those
if they're
guys,
willing.
the
Go on.
wages are then
Mhm.
become unaffordable too. Like so, like
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean,
more
if you're trying to
affordable
sign like,
transfer fee. Yeah,
yeah,
like if you're trying to find a real big name, then
Mhm.
you're either getting
I
like
mean,
a
we
guy
all,
at the end of his career who was willing to take a major pay cut to play
Hmm.
in the Champions League, or it's going to be a young guy who's, and you got to meet
yeah,
the valuation that the
Mhm.
that the club you're trying to get from. So
yeah.
Jeffrey Schlupp was
What do you
another.
guys?
always leaving it to the
Yeah,
end.
what do you guys make of this? The Man City kid we just signed on loan. What are you thinking of the?
I mean, I've only seen a little of
How's
him.
he going to be in?
I mean, he does look um, like real good on the ball, from what I've seen. Like,
Yeah.
and like a decent sized kid.
Hmm.
So maybe like in Scotland, that as long as he's not getting, beat up by St. Mirren strikers and stuff like that, to have that guy who can play out of the back more than Scales and Trusty, could be a good
Do
thing.
you
But
think? Do you think he's going to partner with CCV to start?
I think
I.
it's after a few games. I don't think City would have sent him here if he wasn't going to
Yeah.
play. I think
That's
there's
what I
That's my
think.
probably
thought.
some
Pep's
kind
been
of
kind of
agreement.
vocal about that. Like, he's not for sale. And
hmm
when a Pep Guardiola says that, it's like, listen, they want him because he's so young.
Yeah,
He does have the right body type. I mean, we haven't really had a player with that rangy body type since probably Boyata. CCV's pretty built, a bit sturdier of a
yeah,
center back, and I'm really excited to see him. I also hate falling in love with loan players, and some people will say like, "Oh, well, there are so many great loan players we've had," but like this one has no chance to buy. This is not Samras. This is not Forrester. Like you can list the 10 Man City loans we've had, and a lot of them we ended up buying. But like that's not this guy. So if he comes out there and he looks like the next Virgil van Dijk, that's just gonna break your heart. You know, you hope
Yeah.
he's like somewhere in the middle. Like he's serviceable, but not a world beater.
Did Patty Roberts have a buy clause?
That's how we eventually got him, and then he left for Sunderland, I believe.
Oh.
I thought we bought him, but we can check right now. I'll do it live
Okay.
on the.
Yeah, I think we did buy him eventually.
I loved him.
Yeah, he was good, but I mean, I
that's
thought
who we
he would
need
be
right now.
better. I thought he'd be better than he ended up being, but
Finn was
was
right.
good. I mean, he was good.
55 matches. That's why he felt like it. He was still alone. It was a long loan. 55
wow,
matches.
he must have like got a second.
I thought they they renewed it.
You were right.
I think the next year.
Yeah. 2016 to
okay.
2018. Yeah. He was a great player. They didn't sell him until Sunderland, so they loaned him to 6 different clubs, which is
Yeah, he was
tough. Tough on a young player.
right. I think they were trying to buy him, but I
thought
don't think
so.
he maybe didn't want to be here or something. Who knows?
Yeah,
I mean,
he
it's
was a
different,
little guy.
you know. Yeah.
Well, that was
You
kind
could
of
get
Great
beat
yeah.
up.
That was
great on the ball, but he did get
maybe
pushed off it a little bit
yeah.
with playing in Scotland.
Maybe with
Maybe
Brent.
not, I guess.
Maybe with Brendan leaving, he was like, "Nah, I don't want to
Well,
play for Lenny."
and that's speaking of Brendan Link, that's the other thing. Brendan, his contract is going to be up, and he's probably not going to renew it, and he's finishing out all 3 years, is what he keeps saying. Who do you two think may come in? Like, are we going to go back and reuse an old Celtic manager? Are we going to promote someone from within, like a Kennedy or what have you? You know, it's Celtic. You can get a lot of people sniffing around, but if they keep seeing Brendan Rodgers of all people who grew up a Celtic supporter get pushed back whenever he wants to get money for transfers, it may scare off some good candidates.
Yeah, agreed. Does and come back?
Yeah,
we
I
are
still
big,
think
we are
though,
like
that
recycling managers. We love that. So
yeah. I do think though that eventually he's going to sign an extension.
You do? That makes me
Yeah.
feel better. I thought he was.
I mean, maybe I'm just wishful thinking here, but
I do too.
then again,
I do
mean,
too, but I think he's a. Go ahead, Sean.
okay. I was going to say, like, do you want him here? I don't want somebody here who's going to just be constantly frustrated, and I mean, it's not. I wouldn't blame him, but I mean, the stuff he says, to the press and out, post match, pre-match, he's like a coded, conversation, which is obvious. It's not so, coded, but I don't know. I don't really know what the answer is, but he's probably the best manager that we could get right now. I mean, he's a great manager.
Yeah,
So,
if you're a young, talented manager, you can find a club in the championship, which unfortunately right now just has like more buying power than us, and it has this huge carrot, this hundreds of millions of pound carrot. You win this, you go up to the Premier League.
Mhm.
That's where young managers are going if they're not going to Spain and Italy and France. They don't want to ply their trade in Scotland, even though Scotland puts out a lot of great managers just as a country. I'm with you, Finn. I don't know if we could get anyone better today, but it is frustrating, especially because Ange was so stoked to be here and seemed just like so in love with it. And maybe it's because it's the second time. It seems like Brendan is just like, I'm not leaving. I'm going to be here all 3 years. It just seems like, I don't know.
Well, I think another thing to think about is, they have this Paul Tisdale, who's supposed to be kind of like a director of football.
Yeah.
And historically, Brendan doesn't always play nice with those kind of people.
No.
He's kind of, demanding as far as, wanting the players that he wants to come in. And if we are moving towards, out of the Stone Ages and moving towards that kind of setup as a team, maybe he's not the best manager, to
Maybe not.
be here for that. So I think there's, I don't really put too much faith in Celtic moving towards that more modern approach to football, but I definitely, I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens after this year.
Completely agree.
Because he's such a like I feel safe, knowing that Brendan Rodgers is in charge.
Oh yeah.
Only because he is a really good manager. He's familiar. I know he knows what he's doing. Is it viable for like long term? Not so sure.
Yeah, I feel the same as you, but it makes them all the more frustrating that the club won't make them happy.
Well,
I don't think it'd take much either. Like,
I've had those conversations with people, and they somehow twist it that I'm a bad guy because I'll say, they should just throw him a bone. He came back. He's a great manager. He's changed his ways. He's like incredibly dynamic at this point. You saw it in Europe. And they say, well, he needs to sign on the dotted line or they won't give him money. It's like, okay, so what do you mean? You think he's going to pick bad players? They say, well, what if he leaves? Yeah, what if he leaves? We're still playing with Ange players. Like, what do you mean? These players aren't on contract as long as the manager's there. If he helps handpick players, do you think he's going to pick bad players? No. He just wants to keep developing Celtic because he knows that if you just rest on your laurels, which I feel like we've been doing for years, our rival died and we could have gone to this other level and we were just putting around, treble, which was amazing. But it's like we have all this money. We don't want to do anything with it. I just think we should back them a little bit more. I don't know.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to reserve my judgment until the window closes.
Yeah.
Smart, Finn. Smart. Yeah, we have time. We have time.
Because
we can bitch a little bit about it in the meantime.
Yeah. If they somehow mess up these qualifiers and don't make the Champions League, oh my God. And plus not have brought in anybody, to bolster the team before that. Oh man, there's going to be riots.
And the qualifiers, Finn, there's probably some people in your CSC who had never seen qualifiers. Celtic was making it into the group stage, and I explained it last spring when the coefficient was coming out, and I kind of threw not a fit, but I was just kind of effing and jeffing, thinking you guys have never seen this. I've watched our team lose to Karabag in August. Like, just wait until we go play a Wi-Fi code in Norway. Just watch on a plastic pitch. It's horrible. I fear the two things I fear most as a Celtic supporter are the transfer window and being disappointed every single year and the qualifiers. And when the qualifiers are here, my birthday's in August. It's my personal hell. I'll watch them obviously, but it's like, cool. We're going to play a team in Kazakhstan probably because they beat
I hope not.
Bratislava. I mean, they won 1-0, so we'll see what the next leg's like, but I hope we do not have to go to Central Asia. I
did watch some of that game today, and I mean,
did you?
Both teams look pretty. Like we should 100% should get through both ties, but like you said, you never know. Going to Kazakhstan is never easy. Like
no,
that's almost like a 12-hour a 12-hour plane ride. From Glasgow.
It's as far as you can go.
I was like, what?
Play in Europe.
It's closer to Tokyo. Like,
right. But yeah, I mean, you're right, and especially since that's the second leg away, and then we didn't take the postponement for the Livingston game in between the two games, which I think is smart.
I don't get why. What? Explain that to me, because maybe I'm just ignorant to the reasoning.
I feel like these guys need to get games, and that's a game at home against a team that we should be beating. We should put them away quick. You can rest guys, but like KT has hardly had any preseason.
Sure.
AJ has hardly had any preseason. CCB not so much. you know, a lot of the guys that like we were talking about earlier is like trying to gel with
Yeah.
the. I mean, hopefully. I mean, I doubt maybe we'll get one guy in before then. I don't know. It might be just after we actually qualify, but you know,
Wasn't it? Plus, we're
so we have
I
the
saw
Wednesday.
Hmm.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Shawnee. Go ahead.
I saw. I don't know if it's true. Like that. Like the first time we can make up that game would be like in December or something. Like when the schedule's already packed, and
It
then
would pack the
adding one
schedule
more
for sure.
pack
Yeah.
the schedule more. So
Well,
Ranger
Ranger
took
get it done
it.
early.
Yeah.
Rangers took it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So get it done early.
Rangers and Aberdeen.
Yep,
Yeah,
they
I
both
think
took it.
Rangers and
Which,
Aberdeen took it.
when I saw that, I thought, good on Scottish football for trying to help out their clubs because they don't always do that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I just wonder the reason why
Well,
we wouldn't take it. And that's a fair point, Finn. It is.
yeah. Especially because, like, you know, the first leg is on Wednesday, then we have Saturday, then we would have
Mhm.
Tuesday, and then it wouldn't be until the following Sunday against Rangers.
Yeah, the 31st,
So
correct?
yeah, yeah, it's the 30th or 31st. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's at home, right? I think our
No,
first
that's
one's at home.
Ibrox.
Is it
Yeah.
Ibrox?
Ibrox
Oh,
at 7 in the
yeah.
morning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
better good
okay.
players then. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, in a weird way, talking about all this and talking about qualifiers, it makes me feel as though the reason we didn't lose more players, Hatate or Maeda, is because of the qualifiers. That was my biggest fear, explaining to fellow Detroit Celtic supporters who had never seen qualifiers back in March. I was like, listen, if we sell 3 of our best players, we're not going to replace them before qualifiers. Like, just timing and just how Celtic works. So maybe it's made the board hold on to some players just because you need that money in Champions League. You definitely need it.
Yeah.
I remember some of the guys we trotted out for some like we had like remember Owen O'Connell playing center back and like we had like
the perennial
guys
near
off the B
baton
team.
at center back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys who ended up on the B team playing in Champions League qualifiers, like, God, it was horrible.
Yeah. Some of the only like first team minutes that some of those guys got at Celtic were in like
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Astana or something.
Yeah, so I think we're all in agreement. Like you said, the central midfield, I feel like it's pretty stacked. As long as we don't lose a Hatate or something like that, that might, open the door to bring somebody else in. So I don't see them making any moves in that position. But like the wingers is just, we're desperately.
Oh yeah,
gotta have it.
What do you think about? I didn't really see the logic of having Bernardo on the bench on Sunday.
I like Bernardo as a player. I think he's wonderful with the ball at his feet. You see, I judge people against how they play in Europe, and I thought he was great in Europe. I don't know. I would be fearful if we lost Bernardo. So him being on the bench makes me feel like he's a little fallen out. I hope not. I don't know. I was confused and worried.
Well, if Nygren is going to be the starter, then you have Engels, who could come in, kind of adds a bit of a different tack to the midfield compared to Nygren and Hatate, and then you have like the more attacking midfielder sub, which is McCowan. I'm is Bernardo kind of like the backup for Cal at 6? I don't know. Like, is he? I mean, he probably is better there than any other midfield position.
He's 6 foot tall. Like he's
yeah. But yeah, it's just kind of like having like 6 kind of like, except I mean, McCowan probably could start like a lot of games.
Yeah.
Against like, Dundee or Kilmarnock or whatever. But it's like, I don't know why you would have 6 midfielders on the roster for a game.
Yeah, me neither.
and
It
not
seems
have
like
any left back.
Yeah,
no, no.
if you have Intermira in there, then
Yeah.
that fills the
It's
need
like they
more
didn't
than.
get
But
enough
maybe
run
when
out
anything
in
scales.
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good point
I
to
guess
bring
we'll
up
see.
because he's talented. We bought him from Benfica. Like I would feel for
Mhm.
the guy. He left Benfica, loaned here, and then we bought him for 3.5, 4 million. I don't know. I think he's a pretty talented player. And I don't mean it like Yang. It's different. When I say Yang, I'm like I see something in him. Bernardo,
Mhm.
I feel comfortable out there. I think
Mhm.
number 6 is great for him, honestly.
He just
I feel
doesn't
better
get
with
the
him at
minutes.
big games than
Mhm.
McCown. Like I feel like McCown when we play derbies in Europe doesn't show
Oh,
up
he
as
gets
much.
lost. He gets
Yeah,
lost out
and
there.
Mhm.
Bernardo I
Mhm.
think fits into those games. Like I think that's his like that's his level, I feel like, where I don't know. But I don't know. We can't like we always say it's tough like you were saying to your guys at your CSC, Sean, like
Mhm.
those other 10 teams in Scotland really know how to line up to stop us from doing anything.
They're pretty well
Right.
coached,
And
like pound for pound. They
yeah,
are.
so Bernardo maybe doesn't fit into those kind of games as well. I don't know. Like
Yeah, he's
maybe
not.
that's what
I mean,
Bernardo
that's
sees.
why. Yeah, that's why Nigrin I think is a really good pickup
Yeah.
in midfield because he can unlock those low blocks and park in the bus type teams that we
Mhm.
Yeah,
face
absolutely.
almost every week.
All the time. All the time.
Yeah. Did you guys watch any of the other matches this past weekend?
I watched
Not
some
I.
of the Falkirk and
Oh yeah.
Dundee United game was on right before Celtic on Sunday, so I watched the second half of that.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an entertaining game. That was all though. I
Yeah,
didn't really.
I thought there was some interesting happenings. Um, I think Falkirk is actually going to do pretty well. They're another kind of like St. Mirren type team that has their act together, very
Yes, I do.
cohesive, way of playing, and they stick to it. Um, I was watching the highlights of the Hearts Aberdeen match, and
Oh
there's
yeah.
that like Tony Bloom kind of invested in Hearts and now has that kind of super analytics approach to stuff. And
They're gonna win the
I
league.
think to
Welcome that.
myself, I'm like, yeah, I think to myself, I'm like, and Hibbs too, kind of has that American backing with the Black Knight guy. But he, you know, I think that it's going to be a pretty exciting season with I think some more kind of uh, thought put in by some of our competitors, and
Mhm.
I think I welcome that. I think that's going to really help
Yes.
Celtic in a big way and really push them because of. I mean, I think we can all agree that like, regardless of not winning the league in COVID season, I mean, we've been kind of just coasting for
Absolutely.
quite some time and not having any even like remote challenge.
And that's a point I
Um,
make oftentimes to newer Celtic supporters at the club is I say, there's that stat that came out last year. Scotland is the most well-attended football nation in Europe per capita.
mhm,
People love
mhm,
the sport in Scotland. You see it in the stadiums, even though sometimes we'll go to towns and it's like, wow, I can't believe they couldn't fill this out, whatever. If we had the right investment, it could really make things a lot better for Celtic. I just want 2 or 3 teams because I always compare us to the Netherlands or
mhm.
Portugal. Like, yes, Portugal's
Yeah.
going to have better players for sure, just no doubt. But you have these nations, same with Turkey. You have 2 or 3 teams at the top, and they're all investing and they're all chasing one another. Turkey, it's always someone different. Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, whomever. Like it's always someone different. In the Netherlands, it's not always Ajax. Sometimes it's Feyenoord. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's
Mhm.
AZ. They're always going back and forth, and you have these 3 horse races. If we could have Aberdeen and Hibs and Hearts really get their act together, I just want to see some challenge because, like you, Finn, it would mean the world to us having like a great run the back half of the season. And we'll have it sometimes with Rangers, obviously. We'll have it where we're winning on the second to last day or what have you, or the last day. But I want it to be tight, like you see in the championship
Mhm.
or the Bundesliga all the time. The Bundesliga is the best example.
Yeah.
It'll be the
Yeah.
last weekend, and everyone can move 4 or 5 positions. Who's making Europe? That just makes the league better. Makes
Mhm.
Celtic better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Agreed.
The we can't fall asleep at the wheel here because
No.
uh, you know, as much as I hate to admit this, but like, our neighbors to the west are, they're going to get their act together sooner than later,
Yeah, for sure.
with the new investors, and I thought they were shambolic on Saturday, but like that's only a matter of time until they straighten that out.
Absolutely.
And I don't think that there's going to be a huge like defined challenge like this season, but it won't be long. And if we just keep sitting back and being like, we're just going to win the league every year, then we're in trouble.
We simply can't bring in 20, 30 million and spend 3 every window. We just can't. And I know
We can.
I'd be the first. Well, we can. You're right. You're right. But we will start losing, and it will
We
be
have.
their next 20 years. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm,
when I first got into Celtic, Rangers was still winning the league, and it was a
mhm.
back and forth, back and forth. And I get it. I wasn't
Yeah.
a Celtics supporter in the '90s when it was really bad, like some people will tell you. But I'm with you, Finn. It can happen like this because these aren't IOUs. These are not IOUs
No.
coming from the 49ers. This is real money. It is clean money, and it's gonna fix itself. You're right, because they've done well in Europe, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. They've done well in the competition. I believe we can win. The way they've restructured things, we're kind of SOL, damned if you do, damned if you don't, because we're not going to drop into
Right.
Europa anymore. But I
Yeah.
do think there's a world. I don't want to lose the league to them or anyone, but I do think there's a world where if we get the right team in Europa, I really think we can win it. I really do. And I
Agreed.
think that'd be worth more than a league title. No offense to anyone who sings and dances for 55. It's great, but like a piece of European silverware would be massive.
Yeah, that would be huge. But then we gotta not make the Champions League. But
It,
so, like you said, it's
buddy,
Yeah.
it's not ideal. It was much
I
better when
know.
you dropped in, but also all of the Premier League dropped in, it seemed like. This is a better system for everyone. I think most people would agree this past season's Champions League was really exciting and great for
Yeah.
Celtic.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, 100%.
But we have in coming seasons, like not to, I think maybe next season's the same as far as qualifier, but then
Yeah.
after that, for the next couple of years, I mean, we're going to go back to freaking
Yeah.
3 qualifying rounds back in the bad old days.
Mhm.
I mean, you guys totally remember that. I mean, it was
Yeah.
awful.
Oh yeah.
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 Starting in like like June or whatever.
Helsinki,
Playing
and then we would go somewhere
yeah,
else. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
freaking Lincoln Red Imps. That
Yeah.
was awful.
That was
Dude.
Brendan's first game,
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah, yeah.
it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Um,
Yeah.
but so
That
like
was a nightmare.
making the Champions League is not going to be a gimme in very
No.
very soon. So we may be playing in the Europa League from the get go.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be the worst
Not
thing to
that I
have in the
want that,
Celtic
but
Football Club.
yeah,
Wouldn't be the worst in my opinion. But you're
yeah.
right. You're right.
Well,
It's coming.
it's I mean it's about the money. I mean, there's such a
Yeah.
discrepancy in the amount of money that you make from the two competitions. But I mean, if you're not going to spend like a good chunk of that and also have
Mhm.
that player trading model that we have, um, then okay, what's the use of it?
I
I mean,
looked
I
it
guess
up.
it does help. Yeah, it does help
46
you get
million. Yeah.
yeah
A lot of money.
it does. I think we made more from last year than Spurs made from winning Europa League last
We did. We did. Yeah,
year.
that stat was going around our group chat, which is nuts. And it's like, would you rather have money or trophies?
I would like to see a
We
European
need the
trip.
money. Yeah, it's a tough question. You present a good point because it's like we need the money, but if we're not spending it, we have big plans to use it on the stadium. Are we using it on Lennox Town? Like I've seen renderings everyone has of different ways in which we could use the money. I don't know.
Yeah, the main stand definitely needs upgraded. But
100%.
that doesn't
Mhm.
need to necessarily come out of like the pockets of, being able to spend on players.
No,
That can be
most
financed.
teams finance it. I mean, that was a
Yeah.
big thing with the early aughts Arsenal. They were great, and then they built their new stadium, and then they had to pay off their debt. I mean, that's just life.
Yeah.
Um, well, I think we're gonna wrap it up soon. Um,
What do you
Sean, you
guys think
mentioned them
about
earlier.
Sunday?
What was that?
What do you think about the Aberdeen on Sunday?
Uh, I think it's gonna be tough. Um, Probably another kind of similar game to Sunday. Kind of, I think we're gonna. I think we'll win. I'm gonna go for like a 2-1, probably. You know, tight. I don't know. What do you guys think? I watched some of their game yesterday too, or Monday was at the Aberdeen Hearts, and they didn't
I
look.
didn't think they looked great.
No, but
Yeah,
just
The goal,
playing at the Cadres can be tough.
yeah.
Um,
Did they
a lot, a
they
lot, a
play
lot of
any
the
new
same guys.
players? Okay, yeah, that was my question because I didn't get to
Yeah,
see it. And they brought in a
yeah.
few players.
They had
Mhm.
a new big striker who looked very, you know, not just not hit the post. I think on one, but not didn't really do much of anything in the part. I didn't watch the whole game, but the parts I did watch, and then they have like Koskinen, who was decent for them last
Hmm.
year, and
Hmm.
Yeah.
Shinny, or so
Shinny
a
had an
lot of
own
the
goal.
yeah, Shinny had an own goal. Not much he could have done on it, but
No.
but yeah, I wasn't overly impressed. But I don't know. I always get worried about playing at Patadri, and
Hmm.
like, so I think it'll be a tight game.
I like the 2-1 scoreline. I think we'll get a win though.
I think we'll
Yeah,
get a win. Obviously not seeing them, but just like looking at their lineup and all that and like just stats. I would hope that Brendan says, let's try to open it up against them because they want to play more than St. Mirren, obviously, the teams
Mhm.
that are at the top of the table.
Yeah.
yeah.
2-1
What
safe
kind of
though.
crowds do you guys think you're gonna get? More than 10? Less than 10?
Finn gets it. I don't know how. It feels like y'all all live above Harbor. Like your crowds are just like I'll be texting the Chicago boys. I'm like, damn. I've been Pittsburgh is smaller than Detroit, but you guys pack everyone in.
Yeah, I
I'll be
think I
down
think
in
we should.
Wildwood. I'll
Yeah.
be in
Yeah.
the Anglesey for
Oh,
Anglesey
nice,
CSC
nice,
on Sunday. So
nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I
big
mean, hopefully,
Joe
I guess we'll see. I never know what to expect on the early games, but people just seem to come out. So.
Do you guys have food at at the Harbor?
They have like these really really good breakfast sandwiches from a place
Oh,
around the
well.
corner that they sell, and like pastries, but there's not like actual like breakfast. Uh, I
Yeah, our
wish,
place
but
is just
maybe
a
maybe
bar,
that'll come.
so
Yeah,
the food pop-ups are going to be
right.
huge this year. Doing the bagel pop-up this past weekend was great because it got people off
Oh,
the street who weren't even there for Celtic that just hung out. Um,
yeah,
but when you guys
Yeah,
yeah.
come
that
to
was a
our
That's
great
CSC
idea.
for our fifth anniversary, you'll see it is in a weird neighborhood
uh,
that is like being redeveloped by people who own art galleries. It's not empty space, so it's not like you just pop in. It's not like a
hmm
neighborhood bar, which makes it a little
hmm
tougher because you can't. You'll never walk by. Like a lot of people can't even find the front door, but it's a cool
Oh,
space.
yeah, it looks it.
Do you have any
Yeah,
details on that yet, or still working on it?
Yeah, no, I mean I know the weekend. It's just I need to following in the footsteps of Sean here and all the boys at the plow. I got to get a hotel bank. That's the right way to do it. Is get a hotel grouping. But
hmm
it will be April. It'll be April 11th. Let me just double
Okay.
check that weekend. My thought was I wanted to do February. Plow always does February. Don't want to try to double that. And April 11th, aforementioned St. Mirren. That's just before the break, just before the split. And I know there's a match. I'm not trying to wish on a weekend, you know,
Yeah,
that we're gonna
Yeah,
have
that's
a
a good
match. You know
call.
what I mean? I'm guessing, Finn, when you guys were playing yours, you probably did the same thing. You're like, there has to already be a match scheduled that probably won't get moved.
Yeah, we waited to 100% confirm our dates until the fixtures came out, and luckily it was St. Mirren away, and I was like, they're gonna move this, and I was really hoping they didn't move it to like 7 a.m. And they actually moved it to like 12:30, so it
Oh,
worked out phenomenally. The whole
yeah,
place. I mean, that was the perfect time, for to
the
get.
weather's just best for places like ours, and yeah,
Yeah,
yours wasn't bad,
right,
right?
right.
Yeah,
No, it snowed a bit on Saturday, but it was just cold. That was all.
yeah, the photos looked great.
Yeah,
So I'll
Oh,
definitely be
great time.
sending stuff out. It'll be coming together, but we'll be in April. It'll be that weekend, so plan for next April.
Awesome.
can I
Be there.
stake my claim as the best 3-point shooter on Celtic Twitter on the basketball hoop you got there?
I'd love that. The owners of the bar both played college basketball, so
Ooh.
they do this fun thing. So they'll do free throw shooting contests and raise money for like Detroit basketball courts and stuff like that.
Okay. That's cool.
And they'll do like $10 entry, and they raise 10 grand, and you get so many shots. And yeah, it's a
Oh,
fun
that's
bar.
cool.
You'll really like it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's so
Nice.
different looking, like not
it's
anything
so
I'm
different.
used to.
Hmm.
Like people will come in and just take photos because it's such an architectural marvel. It's not a dark little pub, which we love, but yeah, just different.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, me too.
Hmm.
That's like right around my birthday, so happy
Oh,
birthday to me.
really? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my birthday's the
Ideally, I've
8th.
been talking. Go on.
Oh no, just my
You're good.
birthday's on the 8th, so that's
Oh, the 8th.
another
All
way
right,
I can
gotcha.
sell this trip to my wife. So,
Yeah.
Hmm.
but I'll definitely be there. You can count on me.
Cool.
Yeah, and last thing I wanted to mention was, and Sean, you briefly mentioned it, or Sean Finn, you briefly mentioned it earlier, was just a shout out to the Long Island CSC had their first
Yeah.
like regular season game on over the weekend, and they look like they got off to a good start from what you can see,
Hmm.
in
Yeah.
Ronkonkoma. So my wife's from Long Island, and I'm up there a few times a year, so I'll definitely pop in. And I was like, I ordered a couple T-shirts off of him over the weekend and told him, I was like, you guys got to jump onto our podcast. We do like a little North American, Celtic
Yeah.
podcast, and they were all excited about that. And the president of their club is the guy who brews that
Oh,
the
yeah.
boys
The
beer, the
boys.
Synergy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he
Is it
said he
is it
would jump on the
Gary?
podcast. I don't know
Yeah.
he didn't say what his name was, but yeah, so he's going to jump
I think
on.
it's
Him and the guy
Gary
was
Rosen, I think.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so try to have
Cool.
them on in
Great.
the coming weeks will be interesting.
The logo's
Awesome.
great. Everyone
It
who
is,
asks me
yeah.
about starting a CSC, I say try to get a logo from jump because you don't want to make 6 in your first 3 months. Like just stick to
Mhm.
something. Yeah,
Right.
they did a good
Yeah,
job.
I got 2 T-shirts off of them, one for me and one for my wife. So hopefully I
Nice.
get those soon. And I think we covered it all tonight. This has been my longest one I've done so far. Good job, boys.
We had a lot to
Yeah,
say.
this was great.
Yeah,
I'll
so
definitely come on again if you're looking.
we're definitely we're gonna try and do it every Wednesday night. So we didn't have Chris tonight. Chris was traveling. I tried to get Connor on. I was saying too. He's traveling too, so it's a tough week. But we'll try to get 4 guys on each week and talk about the games. So yeah, cool. Well, thanks for coming on, boys. I'll see you guys soon. It was good chatting. And
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Good to talk to you guys.
All
Yeah,
right.
you too.
Yeah. So hail, hail.
All right.
See y'all.
See ya.